Hey everyone, so in this video, I'm going to be giving you my full thoughts about Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'll be giving you the positives and negatives and my rating for the game. Let me know what you guys think and make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. So Assassin's Creed Shadows, right off the bat, was not a game that I was particularly looking forward to. Assassin's Creed over the last 10 years or so has had a pretty rough trend. I think some games have been good, some have been mediocre, and a lot of them have been subpar at best. And I didn't really have high expectations for this game. I didn't think the gameplay looked exciting. I thought the location looked cool. Feudal Japan, obviously a really cool setting, but I didn't like the idea of playing as two characters, especially one of them that wasn't an assassin. So right off the bat, I already have my reservations for the game. And overall, the things I was a little bit nervous about did end up coming true, like the fact that you have to split your time between the two characters. I don't like that. And then they marketed the game as being able to choose who you want to play, but there are certain parts in the story where you have to play as one character or the other. And I just didn't like that. I thought that was bad advertising, and I thought that it didn't allow the freedom of choice like they said they were going to. Now let's talk about the map real quick. The map is beautiful. The seasons changing are a nice addition to the Assassin's Creed franchise. They've never done that before. I will say that some of the seasons did cause some performance issues, especially the rainy weather. I thought was a little bit hard on the graphics, and I thought that it was a little bit annoying because, you know, there's some parts of the game that run super smooth and then all of a sudden it's raining or it's snowing and you're dropping frames like crazy. So I thought that was a bit frustrating. Also, the map, while it is beautiful, it doesn't have a lot of diversity to it from location to location. And one thing that really frustrated me was the fact that there's only really one way and one path to get to certain places. The rest of the map is filled with dense forests and big hills that make it really annoying to traverse. And I just found myself getting increasingly frustrated as the game went along because of that. Now, if we're talking about the story, the Assassin's Creed parts of the story were cool. I enjoyed those aspects, but I didn't like how they took a sideline again for just a normal revenge story. I think that the Nawe storyline with finding the mother and what the boxes are about was interesting. Everything else about completing the Shinbakufu, which is like the big main bad group in the game, I thought it was pretty boring at times, and I think it dragged along, especially towards the end, because every mission in the Shinbakufu storyline kind of felt the same. We're just going to one location, finding out about like the corruption within the area, and then talking to 4 or 5 different people, and then all of a sudden you're assassinating them at a castle. I didn't think it was super entertaining. I thought the Yasuke Templar storyline after the main game had been completed was much more interesting, even though you are still talking to a lot of NPCs. And while Nawe's assassin like shenanigans were interesting, it was pretty short and it felt that like it was undercooked. So I didn't like that the game almost felt a little incomplete and rushed towards the end. So overall, the story wasn't fantastic, and it's a little bit forgettable because they just threw a lot of random names at you and random people that we never see again. It was whatever. Now, I will say that the map had some diverse side quests. I didn't think it was boring, but after a while, it just gets to be so much because there's so much to do, and not all of it is completely unique. So after you've done it like once or twice, you've basically done it every time, and it's like you start exploring less and less. At least I did. I stopped exploring so much as the game went along because I just didn't find myself wanting to actually find new side quests to go. And overall, I just don't think that this new this new structure for Assassin's Creed really works. I don't want an open world RPG where you can go find random side quests. I want the old style back because it just fits so much better in this kind of game. I'm not going to ramble on too long, so I'll give you my final rating and recommendations. I'm going to give Shadows about a 6. I didn't think it was awful. It's a little bit better than Mirage because the location is a little bit more interesting and the characters are a little bit more interesting because Basim in Mirage was kind of like boring and dull. So 6 out of 10, not great. If you love Assassin's Creed, you should give it a shot. But if you haven't already started playing it and you don't love Assassin's Creed, don't play this one. You don't need to. There's nothing that's in this game that you can't already get in Origins, which is a much better game in my opinion. So just play Origins if you want the RPG experience. Other than that, just play the normal Assassin's Creed games, everything before Origins. And yeah, that's going to be my rating of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.